everybody, and welcome to today's lesson. What we're going to do is Elvis Presley's Always on My Mind. It's a classic song, not the easiest in the world, but not too fast, so it's quite a fun one to do. Let's begin. Start with a G major chord, and we're going to play with a rock G with our ring finger on the B string 3rd fret, pinky high E 3rd fret. We're going to do this little picking pattern on the G chord, which is low E, D, G, D. That's the first 4 plucks. Low E, D, G, D. Then high E, B, G, B. So it's high E, B, G, B. So string numbers, it's 6, 4, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 2. If you prefer to call them by the string numbers, that is. Okay, that's the first bar. The second bar is going to be a D chord with an optional F sharp in the bass. Now if you could play this D chord with and then with the thumb over the top, 2nd fret on the low E string, you're going to do this. Same first 4 plucks that you did on the G, so low E, D, G, D. Then pinky is going to go on to high E string at the 3rd fret. Going to pluck that and pull it off to the 2nd fret where the middle finger is on the high E string. So it's 1 pluck, pull off the pinky, and you get 2 notes. And then you're going to follow that up with a B and a G string. So this D bar is okay, so that's low E, D, G, D, high E 3rd fret, pull off the 2nd fret, B, then G. If you can't quite get the thumb over the top of the D, you can just do this. Play an ordinary D, and this time instead pluck the D, G, B, G. Start with, and then the rest of it, the last 4 notes are the same, so it's still the pull off on the high E, B to G. So the optional, so the normal way to do it, the harder way, would be a slightly easier way without the thumb over the top. It's not a huge difference in the two, so don't battle too hard. If you can't do the harder version, do the easier version. Okay, then we're going to go to E minor, and all we're going to do is 4 plucks here, and we're just going to pluck the low E, D, G, B, then change to a D chord and pluck the D, G, B, G. So that's, you don't actually need the middle finger on the high E string here because you're not plucking it. It's actually a D 5th, D power chord that you're playing. So index 2nd fret G string, ring finger 3rd fret B. Just don't need that middle finger. So that's what you got there. Then the 4th bar is going to be a C major. All you're going to do is pluck A, D, G, B, so string 5, 4, 3, 2. And then strum the C and strum the D. So that bar is going to be like this. And then you go back to the G for all to loop around. So that's quite a distinctive little bit, that little strum on the C to the D. Let's put all that together nice and slowly. Okay, so that's the first half of the verse. The second half is exactly the same. The only difference is, instead of the C at the end, where we did this. We're just going to play an A7 chord instead, which is going to be middle finger 2nd fret D string and ring finger 2nd fret B string. Okay, and all you're going to do for that is pluck the similar pattern to what you did on the G, just changing the root note now to the A string. So it's going to be A string, D string, G string, D string, A, D, G, D. Then high E, B, G, B. Okay, there's various ways you can pick this song, but you know, I like to play about it with a few different ways. This way sounds good. So that's the verse. Let's put all that together, nice and slow. Okay, then it leads into the pre-chorus, which is the little things bit in the song that he sings. And this is a little bit fiddly. It's a C. So we're going to do the C. It's a slight change of the pattern. This is just to mix it up a little bit. What I'm doing now is this. 7 plucks, A string, D, G, B. And then the last 3 plucks is just G, D, and G. So you got A, D, G, B, G, D, G. Then we're going to change to a G/B chord, which is a little finger picking chord. What it is, it's 2nd fret on the A string and 3rd fret on the B string. You can use any fingers you like here, but these two, middle finger for the A string and pinky for the B string works well. Same pattern again. Okay, so that's together. Then we're going to go back to the C for half a bar. We're just going to put A string, D string, G string, B string. String 5, 4, 3, 2. And then we're going to go, middle finger comes up to 2nd fret on the A string, index stays where it is. Pluck the same 4 again, just a bass note shift here. So we've just done. So C, and then middle finger comes up 2nd fret A string. Index stays where it is. Just plucking those 4 strings in the middle again. Once you've done this, then you're going to go to A minor. Pluck the same 4 strings again. A, D, G, B. Then there's a little bass run. Okay, so you've just done this. Now we're going to hold the A minor, add the pinky on 3rd fret low E, hit that, and then pinch the G and B together, remove the pinky so it's open low E, and then hit the G and B together again. So a double pinch there. That's a little bit challenging, that bit. Now you don't have to do that, you could just pluck the 5th, 4th, 3rd and 2nd strings and do it again instead of to replace that bit. You could just repeat this bit rather than doing this. So there's a way of simplifying it there. The final bar in the pre-chorus, and by the way the song gets a lot easier in a second, is this. It's on the D. So this is going to be the D chord, pluck the D, G, B, G. Then another bass drum, which is low E, open. Pinch the G and B. And then 2nd fret on the low E. and pinch the G and B again. So that final bar, you could bring the thumb over the top to that bass note if you want. It doesn't make too much difference here. It's worth adding that little bass part in, because then you go into the chorus, and obviously that's the lyric "always on my mind," but the word "mind" is what lands on the G, so the "always on my" is happening over that D at the end, and then "mind" on the G, and it's just 4 strums of G, 2 C, 2 D. Okay, and then 2 more strums on G, 1 C, 1 D, and then back to the verse. So the chorus itself is just a bar of G, half a bar, which is 2 beats on C, half a bar on D, and then you halve all of that. So 2 strums on G, 1 C, 1 D, and then back into your verse. Now that is pretty much the whole song. You've got your verse, you've got your pre-chorus and your chorus. And the chorus, whatever you want to do, you could strum it a little bit more, a little bit busier than that. You could do so instead of just strumming all downs, I'm just adding in ups on the way up. Simple, really. Just keep the beat going, counting it out 1 and 2 and so on. Now that's the majority of the song there. There is a middle section where it does ramp up a little bit, and it's where he sings "Tell Me." I can't remember the rest of the line in that bit, but it builds up quite a bit. We've got all the same chords, just a different order. And what I do here is do a bit more of a fingerpicky type bit again. Just that played twice. Okay, and all that is 2 beats on G. I'll take through the finger picking pattern in a minute. 2 on D with F sharp in the bass if you can do it. If not, ordinary D is fine. E minor, normal D, then C, G, A minor, D. Okay, so what you want to do with the picking pattern, if you're going to do it, you could strum it if you like. And just down, up works really well. Do that, which is down, up, then the slow down, up. So 16th notes there, but this is more finger picking rather than strumming, but you can try that. I like to finger pick this bit. And what we're doing is pinching the root note, so for the G chord, root note, low E string that is, and the high E together. Then we're hitting B, G, B. Then we're going into D over F sharp, doing the same again. So outside 2 strings, low E and high E together. B, G, B. E minor the same. Then the D, just shift your thumb to the D string. C, root notes on the A string, so shift the thumb down there. Rest of the plucks are the same. A and high E, B, G, B, then back to the G, A minor, root note is on the A string there, same picking pattern, and then the D, and you shift your thumb back to the D string for that. Okay, that there is pretty much the whole song. Once you do that middle section, what we've just gone through there, once you've done that twice, you go back to the second half of the verse, so the that. And then it goes back to the pre-chorus again. And once you've done that, you go into another chorus, and the final chorus, he just hangs on the D a little bit longer. So instead of going G, 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 C, C, D, D, and then instead of coming back round, he just strums a D for another bar. And depending on which version you hear, it then fades out with another verse. Okay, but you've got plenty to be getting on with already. Put the song on, learn all the parts that we've done, and then just put it all together. And I should mention the intro. The intro is exactly the same as the first bar of the verse, which is just a G. That, but it's played twice in the intro, and then the verse starts. So you can think of it as 3 times. I like to think of the intro as twice, and then the verse starts, so does it the 3rd time. So intro. Now the verse starts. And so on. So you got your intro, which is the same as the first bar of the verse. You got your verse, your pre-chorus, your chorus, and then you've got that bridge, that middle section. And after that, it's just everything just repeated. Right, so there's a whole lesson. I hope you enjoyed that. A bit of Elvis. First time I think I've done an Elvis lesson. Yeah, pretty sure it is. It's a classic song, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Cheers, bye-bye.